What's up, Kirsten? Good to see everybody. Happy afternoon, everybody. Happy afternoon. Coming out a little late this afternoon. I get it. So if you're waiting for me, sorry. Out running errands with Coach Shauna. She had a follow-up appointment today for her operation. So that went well. So we were doing all that today and had to run a couple errands because we won't be out for the next few days. So we were out running errands. So everybody tap that screen if you're coming in here. 24 people in here. No taps yet. Tap the screen. Share the live. Yeah, tap the shit out of it if you can. Welcome in. Yeah, her nose it looks good. It looks good. Just swelling has to come down. Get your heart me's in. If you can, get your heart me's in. I appreciate that. What up, Debs? So that's what we had going on. Okay, so I apologize if you were expecting to see me earlier. It was checkup time for Coach Shauna. I was reading the news at the doctor's office. I was going through all the latest. What's up, Monique? Thank you. Everybody smash those likes. We already got 50 people in here, which is awesome. Smash the like, share the live. What the fuck do I have up there? Carnival music is the goal. That's the way that we get pushed out. So if you want to help us out on there, awesome. You know how we do it. We're on here every day. We're talking current events. We're talking policies. I'm trying to ease concerns. Share the live, tap the screen. Let's get up to 2,000, 2,500 likes. Let's get up to 100,000 likes. Let's get your heart me's in too. 540 heart me's is amazing, by the way. So a lot of crazy shit today. So obviously protests in LA still. Coach is feeling better. Rob, the thing is we found out today, so people are wondering, Coach Shauna had a surgery to correct a deviated septum last week. So her stitches are dissolvable, so she didn't have to have any taken out. They're all dissolvable. What's up, honey? Okay. Oh, okay. She's feeling a lot better. Took the cast off. She's healing. There's still some swelling, but she feels better. She's able to breathe. And, it should be, they said the swelling can take what, 2 months?
3 months.
3 months? 2 weeks? No, we have another appointment in like a month, but the swelling could take up to 3 months to go down completely, but she's already feeling better. So that's good. Yeah. Sociology, thank you everybody for the messages that were so kind and checking up on Coach Shauna. She appreciates it. She says thank you from the background. So thank you. We appreciate that so much. So y'all are awesome. This is a family here. Sociology, thank you for the popular. Kirsten, thank you so much. Rob, thank you. What up, Mama Wolf? So let's bang these likes out. We're almost got 100 people here. I usually wait for about 100 people in here before I get started. So let's get this 100 people in here. If you want to hit it up with a carnival music to start, that would be awesome. That will help us get pushed out too. Thank you, Kim. Everybody that's thanking us, thank you. Or everybody that's checking up on us, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. What's up, Afterlife? Kim, thank you for the heart me. Mama Wolf, thank you for the well wishes. Everybody get at least one heart me in. Everybody get at least one share in. We're now over 100 people. So a couple things I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, the situation in LA. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Mama Wolf. I appreciate that. Mike, thank you for the heart me. I read an article on The Hill today that this was going to cost $135 million deploying these troops, deploying the National Guard, deploying Marines in the city of Los Angeles. $135 million. $134 million. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? $134 million for 5 arrests. 5 arrests of undocumented migrants as of Sunday. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? This is according to The Hill. The Pentagon estimates that the deployment of the National Guard and National Guard troops and Marines to Los Angeles to suppress immigration and raid protests will cost about $134 million. That's according to the Defense Department and Pete Kegsbreath. What's up, Charlotte? The current estimated cost is $134 million, which is largely just temporary costs, travel, housing, food, except you're not even giving housing and food to, from what I've seen, to the National Guard. Mama Wolf, thank you so much for the roses. That's according to Brian McDonald, Assistant to Defense Secretary Pete Kegsbreath, responding to questions from Pete Aguilar, Democrat, as to how many deployments would be funded, how the deployments would be funded. McDonald added that the money will come from the Pentagon's operation and maintenance accounts. Yeah, and who funds that? Charlotte, thank you so much for the Go Popular. The answer came more than an hour after Kegsbreath originally refused to answer the question about the cost of Trump's decision to call in some 4,000 California National Guard troops and 700 active duty Marines to Los Angeles. What I've read is there's 1,700 now National Guard members on the ground along with the Marines. The crazy thing I heard this, I heard it this afternoon from, what is her fucking name? She used to work for Trump. Farah, what's her name? Something Farah. I forget what her name. Farah something. She said that she read that we have more troops in terms of National Guard troop members on the ground than we had on the ground in Afghanistan during our last year in Afghanistan. More troops on the ground in California for protests than we did in Afghanistan in the last year that we were in Afghanistan. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? For 44 arrests through Saturday morning of the undocumented migrants, not including protesters. Also unnecessary, but it just shows you, Debs, like, what a waste of fucking time and money. What's up, Dolphin? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. After the panel's ranking member, Betty McCollum, Democrat, Minnesota, pressed Kegg's breath on the cost of deployments, whether any trainings were being pushed off due to troop movements, the Pentagon chief instead defended ICE agents as having the right to safely conduct operations in any state and any jurisdiction in the country. They are operating operations safely. Who's stopping them? What's up, Cece? People protesting in the streets isn't stopping you from conducting ICE raids. Work around them. If they don't know how to work around protests, maybe they should lose their jobs. Thank you, Dolphin. Jess, thank you for the heart me. What up, John? What's up, Lizette? If anybody wants to kick us off with the carnival up top, we're talking about right now the costs of this little military exercise in Los Angeles. The Pentagon, Pete Kegg's breath, conveyed it would cost about $134 million for troops on the ground in Los Angeles for protests. What's up, Aquarius Star? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? My husband lost his job helping at-risk kids find jobs after graduation because of federal cuts. Yeah, I'm sorry. Again, they don't really care about the citizens. Trisha, thank you so much for the roses. Nay, thank you so much. Tap that screen, share it live if you can. Carnival music up top if anybody wants to help out. We need to get some shit in here so we get pushed out. Anything, cowboy hats, handheld hearts, anything that you can do absolutely helps us get pushed out. I don't think we've got anything coming in yet. Thank you, Fitzy, for the roses. So let's knock out these goals like we always do so we can be on that For You page, okay? Sludge, thank you for the finger hearts because that is important to grow this community. Biatch, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Stacy, thank you for the roses. Yeah, President Trump recognizes a situation like that, improperly handled by a governor like it was Governor Walz. If it gets out of control, it's a bad situation for the citizens. That's according to Kegg's breath. It wasn't out of control. Local law enforcement had it under control. So they never once called for the National Guard. Local law enforcement never requested the National Guard, and said that we don't have it under control. John, thank you so much. Drop that John's A sticker in the chat for the first carnival of the day. I appreciate that so much, John. Yeah, if it wasn't under control, why didn't any of the law enforcement agencies call in the National Guard? What's up, Swarmhammer? Hi, Mama Cat. What's up, Sheena? Tap that screen. So I wanted to talk about that. What training missions aren't happening? Where are you pulling the money from? And how are you planning to move this forward? These are budget questions that affect the committee and the decisions we're going to be making in a couple hours. That was from Representative McCollum. Good for you. What's up, Twiggy Maxine? I appreciate you coming in. Tap that screen. What's up, Jesus? So that happened. Yeah, Hegseth only replied, Kegg's breath, sorry about that, I said it wrong. Kegg's breath only replied that Pentagon has the funding to cover down on contingencies, especially ones as important as maintaining law and order. Law and order was already being maintained. Again, they're trying to paint a picture and a problem that didn't exist. Lisa, thank you so much for the You're Awesome. Crystal Cat, thank you for the heart me. Secondly, so I just wanted to talk about that because we kept talking about how much this was going to cost. So they're saying $134 million so far. Who knows if that's the truth? I mean, this is according to Kegg's breath. Sandra, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much for the level up sparks. Marissa, Marissa in the chat. Didn't even know you were here yet. Thank you, Marissa. Drop that mauling Marissa sticker in the chat. Follow Marissa. Follow John. They're leading the way on the carnival musics. Thank you, Sandra, for the level up sparks. Mama Cat, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the heart me's. Yeah, someone posted a video of people dancing and police were on their phones and eating McDonald's. Yeah, a bit, this is what I was thinking about too. You know what a waste of time this has to be for law enforcement agencies, troops, and Marines? He's going to piss off the troops. Thank you, Tiffany. That's Tiffany's, the amazing bear. That's one of hers, and the rhythmic bear. Mama Cat, thank you so much for the carnival music. Drop that Crystal Crown sticker. Drop the Tiffany sticker. Patty, thank you for the heart me. Sandra, thank you for the club power. Y'all are fucking awesome in here. Hold on, I gotta shut this door. I don't want these dogs running in here. Hold on. And I realized that I'm loud as fuck when I talk too. What's up, T? So that was one of the stories. And then everybody has been talking about, of course. Actually, while we're on that topic, California actually, remember, they were going to file a lawsuit. They're also asking the courts now to block the use of ICE raids, block the use of troops in the ICE raids, so that they filed that too, which is awesome. As Marines join National Guard troops in Los Angeles, officials asked the judge for an emergency order that would limit them to protecting federal property, meaning federal buildings, which is good. Very good, right? As Marines join a contingent of National Guard troops in Los Angeles, officials asked the judge for an emergency order that would limit them to protecting federal private property, prohibiting other law enforcement activities. A hearing was set for Thursday, so we should have an answer on that. Linda, thank you so much. So that's good. The request asked a federal judge in California to issue a temporary order by 1 p.m. Pacific time, declaring that Marines and other troops cannot accompany immigration agents on raids or perform other law enforcement activities, such as operating checkpoints. I was actually reading that legally Marines cannot touch citizens anyway in activities like this. So I'm not even sure why the fucking Marines were brought in. Actually, I do. Political theater. It's what I told you. Every fucking day this week, ever since Friday, I've been telling you, it's all fucking political theater. All of it. All of it. Yeah. Tap that screen, share it live. Appreciate it, people being in here. Do we have any? No, it wasn't rejected. There's a hearing on Thursday. It was not rejected. So Thursday, they're going to have a decision. Yep. Tap that screen, share it live. Also, so that's been going around, obviously. And then Trump's statement today, saying that there would be heavy force for all protesters if they got in the way of his authoritarian style regime military birthday party on Saturday. Did you hear this? All over the fucking news. Parody, happy birthday again. Thank you for you're awesome. Everybody in here wish Parody a happy birthday again. It was her birthday yesterday. We saw her late last night, but hope your birthday was awesome, Parody. Yeah, so my question is, for any taquitos in here, I thought you were constitutionalists. We're the party of constitutionalists. We're the party of law and order, except we want to deny your First Amendment rights openly. Heavy rains expected? Is it really? I hope so. That would be awesome. Yeah, Aaron Parnas just dropped up on IG that CA judge rejected the CA request. I haven't heard that. That's the latest. Oh, request by today? Yeah. Today he did. They actually have there was no decision. I don't know if it was rejected. But they're actually supposed to have a meeting on Thursday, apparently. So we'll see what happens with that. He didn't give them the emergency order, but they're supposed to have a hearing still on Thursday, it looks like. So we'll see what happens. The emergency order was rejected, or not rejected. He didn't respond to it. So, Tootie, thank you so much. Probably waiting for the court case on Thursday, or the hearing. So we'll see on Thursday what happens. Vanessa, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate that. So let's talk about Trump now. This statement that he says, isn't that crazy? Just openly wanting to violate our First Amendment rights. He didn't say fucking only those protesters that are violent. He didn't say a specific group of protesters. He said any protester. Any protester. Thank you, John, for the heart me. Tap that screen, share the live, folks. We got the carnival music up top for people that want to help. We got a cool little package, so anything that you see in there that you like, feel free to hit off. I like when we see these new gifts that I've never seen before. So that's what he said today. Trump warns that protesters at his Army-style parade will be met with very heavy force. Trump warned Tuesday that protesters at this weekend's parade in Washington marking the Army's 250th anniversary would be met with very heavy force. My thing about this, too, Trump's comments to reporters came shortly before he was scheduled to depart the White House for Fort Bragg in North Carolina. Pretty sure that's where our gold bars are stored. As part of the celebration of the Army anniversary. Happens to coincide with his birthday, too, which is interesting. Yeah. Earlier Tuesday, Defense Secretary Pete Kegsbreth faced a barrage of questions that we went through. But isn't that fucking wild? For those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force, Trump said. This is the people that hate our country, but they will be met with very heavy force. No, it's called exercising your First Amendment rights. Demonstrations, protests, boycotts, freedom of speech, all fucking protected in the First Amendment. So protesting is not hating our country. Protesting is actually loving our country. It's exercising our First Amendment rights for our democracy. That's not hating our country. I wonder if you would have said the same thing about people that marched during the Civil Rights Movement, that fought for desegregation, that fought to end Jim Crow, that fought in the Civil War to end slavery. Did those people hate the country too? Mama Cat, thank you so much for the carnival music. I appreciate that. Drop that Crystal Crown sticker. Those people hated the country, Bora? Oh, okay. Or do you think he would think that? He did the double giraffe jerk at Fort Bragg. I'm sure he did. Yeah, women's suffrage as well. I mean, you could name it throughout history, of course. Did those people hate the country? Ricardo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody should just be out in the streets with Taco Bell. Taco Bell should have the biggest fucking day of business on Saturday. He thinks that? Probably, Bora. Yeah, I agree with you. He probably does think that. Senator Rand Paul said Tuesday if he were president, he wouldn't be throwing a massive military parade like President Donald Trump is this week in Washington. I don't think any president would be doing this. You know how I know that? No president ever has done this. Because it's not a fucking American presidential thing to do. It's not a democratic thing to do. This is the same shit they do in Russia. This is the same shit they do in North Korea, okay? Authoritarians do this. Authoritarians love to be admired or force the masses to admire them, they think. Try to show off their power and charisma. This is what authoritarians do. So you've got protests going around the country against these questionable ICE raids, and you're deciding to host a military parade on your birthday. Doesn't look like you have very fucking good control of this country. I've never been a big fan of goose-stepping soldiers and big tanks and missiles rolling down the street. Rand Paul. This is from Rand Paul. We were always different than the images you saw in the Soviet Union and North Korea. Again, this is Rand Paul, okay? He is a very Republican Congress member from Kentucky, okay? A senator. I'm not proposing that that's the image people want to project. Yes, it is. But I'm worried about the image that it isn't necessarily the best image to show. You think? I'm surprised the fucking Republican is actually saying it. William, thank you so much for the heart me. So that's from Rand Paul. If you don't know who Rand Paul is, he's very Republican. MAGA, do you get it yet? You still think he's just joking? Up north, thank you for the heart me. Marissa, thank you. Oh, Marissa, what the fuck? Thank you for resubscribing. I don't know why you weren't subscribed already, but it showed you were. Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that. You're surprised he's saying it? Me too. There's probably going to be hell to pay for him within the party now for saying it. It makes them look very bad. They're going to Camp David to plan finishing his takeover, no ears around. I don't know, Spike. I don't think American citizens, I know all 260 plus in this room, we're not standing around and hoping that our country doesn't get taken over by an authoritarian. Secondly, I keep saying this. If you think every military member is cool with what's going on, I promise you they're not. If you think shit is going to go down on Saturday and there's going to be military members that don't think it's wrong to go after protesters that aren't being violent or breaking the law, that are just executing their First Amendment rights, I don't think you're going to see a bunch of military members attacking citizens. You got to believe that he's got at best probably 50% of the military support. At best. Kathy Cat, thank you so much for the carnival music. Kirsten, thank you for the balloons. Can't stop traffic. Simple, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means, Trev. What does can't stop traffic mean? Appreciate you so much for the balloons. Thank you so much, Kirsten. And win Kathy Cat in the chat for the carnival music. What does can't stop traffic mean? Leanne, thank you so much for the heart me. So you think stopping traffic means you deserve to be attacked by the military? Like, what the fuck country do you think we live in? Thank you, Derail. Thank you, Summer, for the Go Popular. Thank you for the rose. You think if you get a speeding ticket, you should be attacked by the military for a traffic citation, a traffic violation? Is that the country you want to live in? You blow a stop sign, you get attacked by the military. Is that where you want to live? The pretzels that these MAGAs turn into to defend this administration is insane work to me. Is it not insane? Well, there is Waymos on fire. Oh, yeah, bring in the fucking Marines. Bring in the fucking National Guard because you've never seen a car on fire in a city before. Crazy work to actually try to justify this behavior by the administration. It's crazy. Clusie, thank you so much. Local law enforcement never said they didn't have it under control in Los Angeles. This is from the fucking police officers. This is from the law enforcement agencies. They never asked for the help of the National Guard. Trump just brought them in. No one in the city of Los Angeles requested that the National Guard be brought in. Nobody. Dolphin, thank you so much for the cap. Not a single law enforcement agency requested the National Guard be brought in. I did see that. Somebody said, did you see where they cuffed the CNN reporters last night? Yes, the unruly CNN reporter. Let's put him in cuffs. What a waste of fucking time. You know what else is sad too? These officers, this personnel, Alice, thank you so much for the cowboy hat. Yeehaw! You don't think these resources could actually be allocated to actually solving real crimes? I feel bad for the neighborhoods and the communities that are losing police officers for this stupid shit. Democrats or sad? What does that mean? Democrats or sad? I'll pick Democrats. I don't know what that means. Look, we got a taquito in here. Look at this. Democrats or sad? I'll choose Democrats.
I think it's supposed to mean or sad.
Well, or is not spelled O-R. I mean, R is not spelled O-R, so. Or is spelled O-R. Yeah, taquito. Democrats or sad? I'll pick Democrats. Thank you. Yeah, I'll pick Democrats. Bye now. You want the education department shut down? Really? And what are Republicans? What are MAGA Republicans, by the way? You'll choose Democrats too, Parody? Nickel? Looks like we got a lot of people that will choose Democrats over being sad. Thank you. Yeah, I know. They also threatened to tar and feather Gavin Newsom today. MAGA Mike Johnson. Yeah. Tar and feather. Everybody smash those likes. We got almost 300 people in here. Let's get up to 50,000 likes, then 100,000 likes. Y'all know what to do. We got the carnival music's rolling in. But anything you like in that gallery, knock it down if you can. We got some cool shit. Marissa threw some crazy shit last night that I've never seen. John was throwing some crazy shit. Patty, thank you so much for the carnival music. What's up, Jimmy? Drop that Patty sticker in the chat. I've been gone a minute. What's a taquito? It's a MAGA because it's Taco Trump. Trump always chickens out. So his followers are called taquitos. It's like a mini rolled taco. They're unseasoned taquitos. Gene, thank you so much for the heart me. A judge denied the emergency request in California. Yeah, but a hearing is set for Thursday. So it's not the end of the matter. He just denied the emergency order. Okay. Thank you so much, Big Country. Big Country, Texas liberal. I like to see that, Big Country. Welcome, Big Country. I like to see that. Don't you love when you see a Big Country liberal, a Big Country Texas lib? I love that. Keep crushing them out there in Texas, you big liberal. You know those Texans hate to see Big Country fucking liberals. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You too? Derailed? Awesome. Keep it up, Texas. Love the big Texas liberals. Keep it coming. You damn liberal. You damn country liberal. All that reading you be doing. Blue Dot, Massive Red Sea. I'm sorry, Big Country. What a disrespect to the taco. I agree. Someone said police in Texas joined the protesters. That's awesome. And that was my point. I'm glad you brought that up. Taurus, thank you so much for the heart me. There are military members. If you're just looking numbers-wise, okay, just like looking at the voting makeup of our country. And again, we've still got a court case going on in Rockland County. I'm going to do a video on it today. Okay, kind of busy. I had to run some errands. We had to go to the appointment with Coach Shauna. The dog did it. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. You're a big liberal from Texas, too. I love it. Tucker, I love that you've come to see the African Night, the Milano cookie. The taquitos out there in Texas, they call me the high. Listen here, you high yeller fella. They don't know what to do with me. Listen here, buddy. Now, you listen here, pal. I don't like your kind. That's what I hear from the Texas taquitos. So I love it. Get those liberals out there in Texas. I love it. But that's what I was getting to. You got to look at the voting composition, okay? Kelly, love Tucson. Bear the fuck down. Now, you listen here, buddy. You listen here, you high yeller fella. We don't like your kind. When the sun goes down, you better not come around. I don't give a fuck about these people, okay? I'm supporting all my Texas libs, all my blue dots in Texas. We're fighting for what is right. We're fighting for the Constitution. We're fighting for our First Amendment rights. We're fighting for our women, for our children, for our LGBTQ plus communities, okay? So that's why we have these lives, to talk about facts, to call out the hypocrisy of this fucking MAGA taquito movement. They don't give a fuck about the Constitution. They don't give a fuck about law and order. They don't give a fuck about rule of law. None of it. All talking points, all talk with Taco. Trump always chickens out. No fucking action. They don't care about the border. None of it. Okay? But what I was saying is, based on the voting composition, you got to start believing that some of these police officers and military officers are on our side, okay? Somebody just said that certain police officers were marching with the protesters in Texas. So a lot of these police officers and military troops that are not being taken care of, that are being forced to go to these locations, they're not going to be happy about what's going on. A lot of these people that are being asked to stop protesters, even if they're nonviolent, any protesters, Tanya, thank you so much for the Mishka Bear. Win, Tanya. They're going to see that they're on the wrong side of things if they're siding with Trump. He thinks he's Putin. He thinks that he's Kim Jong-un. He thinks he's Orban, okay? He thinks he's the Saudi crown prince. He's not. We don't play those games here in the United States, okay? So even if he has 50-50 support, you're going to start seeing fucking people in the military turning on him. You're going to start seeing law enforcement officers turning on what he's trying to do, okay? You're going to see it. That could be his downfall. He thinks he's playing this strongman game. Military officers have an oath to the Constitution first and foremost, not to any single man that thinks he's a god, whether he's the president or not. The oath is to the Constitution first and foremost. If I have any military vets in here, you know that's the case. I know I got at least one with Rob, okay? Any military families, you know this. So don't think the military is just going to be walking step for step with Trump, okay? It's already lowest recruiting ever under this Taco thing. Exactly, John. So there are good people in our military. See, Tim T's in here. I know we got Cali vet. We got quite a few. Nice, Fire Pup. Thank you. All my vets in here, thank you for your service. Y'all know you committed to the Constitution, not to a single wannabe authoritarian. 24 years in the Navy. Thank you, Michael Batts. We got quite a few vets in here today. I'm glad that you're hearing this because you know what I'm saying is true. Many of you are in here. Cece, thank you for the popular. T. Wendy, thank you so much for the popular. I appreciate that. I miss my dad, Vietnam veteran. R.I.P. Dolphin. Yeah, I said that earlier, Linda. $134 million to the American taxpayer. Yeah. More veterans. Awesome. Thank you, everybody in here that served our country or is serving our country. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. Yep, for sure. The dog did it. I know Woman Marine, too. Woman Marine has to be pissed off at what's going on. But all my vets in here fucking know that you commit to the Constitution of what this country stands for. It does not stand for what the fuck Donald Trump is promoting right now or using the military for. I will, for sure, dog. Yeah, we'll set something up. Yeah, Woman Marine and I definitely need to set something up. Lisa Fitz, thank you so much for the You're Awesome. Yeah, we'll do that, dog. Let's arrange it. Daughter, husband, grandchildren, veterans will reign. Thank them. Amazing. Your dad's a vet. Look at how many people. Air Force vet family. Proud Army mom. I'm a pissed veteran. That's what I'm saying, Terry. There's so many of you that know what it means to serve this country because you have or you're currently serving. And you didn't serve for this kind of shit that's going on in Los Angeles and this kind of shit he's planning for Saturday. Theme song? Oh, I'll play the theme song eventually. Yeah. Merchant Marine vet. Awesome, Jimmy Jam. Yeah, everybody awesome. Thank you so much. It's amazing how many vets we have in here. We have like 310 people in here. We had a lot of vets. I didn't see anything, Connie. No, did you send something? Thank you so much for your gifts. If you sent it, Connie, I didn't see. Thank you, though, so much. Appreciate that. Smash those likes. Tap that screen. I usually see the gifts coming in here. Your son may walk away. I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to serve under this administration. Would you? Awesome. World War II vet. Awesome. Jimmy Jam. Mass appeal. Thank you for the heart me. So keep that in mind. Everybody that is panicking, do not think he has the entire military With the snap of a finger, they'll do whatever the fuck he wants. That's not, look at the percentage in here. That's not how the military members that are committed to the Constitution roll. It might be some of the MAGA military members. It's not going to be the rest of them. Thank you, Peg, for the heart me. So again, whenever you start to feel like a little anxious, a little down, is the military going to do this? Is the military going to do that? No. Maybe some of them will. A lot of them will stand up for us. Just realize that. Like all of our vets in here would. Okay? So don't panic. Thank you, big country. Do not panic. Another thing I was talking about that I've talked about over the past couple days. If shit really starts going sideways, militaries are often essential in starting revolutions and overthrowing dictators. Look at the history of world politics, okay? Look at international politics. Look at the history of the world history. Look how many dictators have been removed by their own military. So just think about that. Just think about that. If the military, the majority of the military says, you know, enough's enough, we're sick of this shit. We're sick of being used as pawns. We're sick of our veterans' benefits being ripped from us or targeted while we're used as pawns for one man's political gain. Think about that. Things could change. Right? So think about that. Look at Italy, where my grandparents came from. Yeah. I mean, it's just the history of the world. Look at fallen dictatorships. So just think about it. This is America. This was the democratic experiment. We've had democracy for how many fucking years? Teresa, you think we're just going to hand it over to one guy? Teresa, thank you so much for the heart me. For his personal goals, I don't. Yeah, we're on the right side of history for sure, Candace. So anyway, keep that in mind. I just want to bring some positivity, some perspective. Exactly, Chris. I said I was talking to Sean in the car about that. Thank you, Candace, for the confetti. I was telling her, when our founding fathers created this document, they probably never fucking thought that this would happen, but they did have a little foresight. That's why they designed the co-equal branches of government. That's why our military takes an oath to defend the Constitution. Big country, thank you so much for the greeting hearts. Over 250 years ago, they probably never anticipated that this would be happening. 2 centuries plus later, but it is. But be glad that we have that Constitution and that we have 3 co-equal branches of government, even though Congress, they're not worth a shit right now with Republicans in charge. But without the courts, without the judicial branch, think of what would be going on right now. Even though it's bad, it could look a lot worse. So just be thankful that we have the Constitution that we have and the 3 branches of government that we have. And realize that us, our American citizens, as American citizens, we're going to fight to protect this country, you know? So I just want to tell people that. Because I know it's a time that you can be down and it's concerning what's going on. It is concerning. Acknowledge your feelings, but realize that this democracy isn't going to crumble without a fight. Okay, so just realize that. And we got each other's back in here, and y'all know that. They didn't foresee, no, they didn't. They didn't foresee someone like Muskie coming in. We love it's all computer. We love the Starlink. It's all computer. We love the Teslas. We love Starlink. All right, John, we'll see you tonight, okay? What's up, Diana? Thank you. She said, it's been a minute. I'm trying really hard not to panic. You're so calming. Thank you, Diana. And that's what I want to do. Like, I get it. Like, fuck, you can feel down about what's going on. I feel down about what's going on. But I know that we've survived as a democracy before me, before many of our parents and grandparents, and we'll continue to survive because we know how to exercise our rights and we know how to defend our values and that Constitution, and we will. No battle tonight, Tanya. I had one last night. Is that still up? It's like 1 a week for this tournament, so no tonight. Yeah, if we're going to do them over the next couple of days, just practice to get boosts. So we won last night, put up like a 500,000 points. We kind of, we coasted on that one. We didn't even have to put a milli up. No, I do not work in government, Joan. I'm often asked to work in government by my community here. Thank you so much for the capybara, Tim T. Oh, it's totally brutal, OC. Yeah, mentally. Glove farming, exactly, dog did it. That's what they call it. Why they wait until I get old? Really, Roberto? I don't know, but I personally think that Trump, all the actions that he's doing, like if Saturday's ugly, this could be like the start of the downfall for him. Like, can you imagine if there are some MAGA military members, and again, it won't be all, but just picture the scenario where it goes really wrong on Saturday, and he starts attacking nonviolent protesters on camera that are just marching down the street? You don't think people are going to be filming that? You don't think that's going to be all over media, on this app, on TV, on whatever app has live streaming? You don't think that's going to be broadcast worldwide? Nana, thank you so much for the maracas. I appreciate that. Joanna, thank you so much for coming in. Can you imagine this? Yeah, that too. So Tiffany says, or if they attack veterans that are protesting, that too. What about this? We're seeing military members start fighting each other in the streets on Saturday. Do you know what a lack of control that will look like coming from the executive branch? What if military vets, military armed officers start attacking each other? I'm just giving you a scenario. Do you know how fucking messy this could be? Because you do have some military members that say, fuck this. I'm not violating the rights of the constitutional rights of citizens. Thank you, Marissa, so much for the money pew pew. I appreciate that. Drop that Marissa sticker in the chat. She just lit up the money pew pew. Yes, if you want to light anything up in the gift gallery too, I think we got fireworks left. We got, what the fuck else do we have in there? I think we've lit up 12 things, but check out the fireworks. We got a couple other things in there. What do we have in there? We got 3 fireworks, an interstellar. We got a few things in there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Marissa. Kathleen, thank you for the roses. You hope it rains, cats and dogs. It's supposed to rain. People are saying there's supposed to be heavy rain in D.C. on Saturday, but I'm just saying there's a number of scenarios that can play out. Or the military just doesn't listen to Trump in general, and they're there, but they don't fuck with the protesters. That would be good too. I'd like to see our military not confronting fucking protesters, okay? Then people will be eating the cats and the dogs if it's raining cats and dogs, right? I'd rather see the military people not approaching protesters. Especially if they're not doing anything illegal, which is, it's highly unlikely that they will be, with military tanks and military officers on the streets. Desi, thank you so much for the heartbeat. If you are going to be protesting over the weekend, please do it with a fucking organization. An organization that has done this before. An organization that has resources like security to keep you safe within a group. Do that, please. They do exist. People ask me if I'm protesting. Generally not, because I know who they tend to target first in these protests. And with me having this platform now, you never know who you're going to run into. So I'm very, if it's a kind of a small protest, sure, but like, you know, going downtown Phoenix or somewhere, I'm not going to do that just for my safety and Coach Shauna's safety. But I respect people that are going into the streets. I also respect people that choose to stay home. If you are a minority, a woman, a black and brown woman, a black or brown man, and you choose to stay home because you know the history of how certain people get targeted during protests and how certain law enforcement officers seek fucking contact and confrontation with certain pigments of skin on the streets during protests, I can't blame you if you're staying home. You've got to protect yourself and your family, okay? So do whatever you're comfortable with. If you'd rather support an organization by sending funding, that works too. To organize to pay security. SB, thank you so much. Yeah, right, Tiffany? So, you know, there's some expectation that all people have to be out there. You don't have to. It's totally optional. If you want to exercise it, awesome. Thank you, Maisha. Thank you, Woman Marine. Woman Marine just lit up the gallery. Thank you, Woman Marine. And thank you, Maisha. Win Woman Marine, win Maisha in the chat. Appreciate y'all so much. Getting arrested is on your bucket list. I mean, I've got stories with cops in Chicago, the shady cops in Chicago, dating back to when I was like 5 years old. So I'm good. Kirsten, thank you so much with Carnival Music. Yeah, so I'm good. Connie, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate you. Now I'm seeing them, Connie. Now I'm seeing them come through. Thank you, Connie. Win Connie in the chat for the donuts. Win Connie. I appreciate you, Connie. Thank you so much. You can't pay me to go to D.C. Yeah, I wouldn't go out in the streets of D.C. If you are, just make sure you got protection, okay? I want everybody to be safe. If you would like to exercise your First Amendment rights through protest, do it. But there's other forms of freedom of speech as well. And you can also, like I said, you can help fund some of these groups that do protest. Shauna, thank you so much for the Go Popular. So I just want everybody to be safe. Like, this family means a lot to me. I know we're all frustrated. We all want to fucking get out there and really express our opinions and views and anger at the administration, but just be fucking careful. Like my man Johnny Palmadessa, I heard he got hit yesterday. You know, in the ruckus in Los Angeles. And I'm sure he wasn't intentionally being targeted, but you never fucking know. He's got a little bit of a following on this app too. You never know. You called your Republican senators today? Awesome, Chris. Yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing it. And then I'm seeing that now the Republicans are making a statement that they won't touch Medicaid. Do not get excited that this big, beautiful bill might get adjusted. The Republicans, you want to crumple up Mr. Taco and throw him away? The Republicans are not interested in protecting your health care, your social welfare programs, or benefits, okay? They're not interested. They've already said they're going to target Medicaid. That's where these tax cuts are going to come from. They have to. They're not taking money from any other program. They're not going to limit money to the defense. They're going to continue to increase spending on defense. They're going to take money from your fucking health care or your food stamps or other social welfare programs. That's their goal. So they can give billionaires tax cuts. That's their entire fucking goal. They don't give a fuck. Right, Joanna? So don't get excited. The people that are holding up this bill, they want to take more money. There's a couple people. There's not many. I think there's like Murkowski, Collins, and even Hawley, even though I can't stand them, from Missouri. They've actually spoke out against cuts to Medicaid. But the vast majority of these Republicans in both houses don't give a shit about your health care. The only reason those three likely care because they don't want to lose their fucking cushy jobs in Congress. And they feel they're vulnerable. It's not because they give a fuck about you. Joni Ernst sat up there and said, well, we're all going to unalive anyway. That's kind of the feeling that they're going to promote when it comes to your health care, okay? She said what she was thinking out loud. She just basically told them they don't give a fuck, okay? Did you see Laura Loomer was making fun of AOC because she's gained weight? It was gross. No, I didn't see that. If I want to see Laura Loomer, I'll just go watch Saw, okay? Like, I don't give a fuck about Laura Loomer. We know she's a disgusting person. If I want to see her, I'll go watch Saw 2 or Saw 3. I'll go watch Jigsaw. I'm not interested in Laura Loomer. She's a horrible human being. The thing she was saying about Kamala Harris during the fucking election cycle, yeah, she's a terrible fucking person. The racist comments she was making about Kamala Harris. You're hilarious, Mike. The best coverage last night. I'll have to check it out, Chris. Yeah. She's just horrible. Yeah, she looks like Jigsaw. If you've never seen that. Grab your ankles, Trumpers. It's that time. Hawley is asking for federal minimum wage to be increased. He's trying to save his seat. Loomer's just mad because the AOC is gorgeous. She can carry it. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I haven't. Like, I don't judge AOC based on that, but yeah, I don't think Laura Loomer should be talking about AOC. You had the Medicaid guy on the phone talking to dentist receptionist, really? So, anyway, Laura Loomer, it's like Trump. These people shouldn't be talking about other people's looks. I promise you that. Trump nor Laura Loomer should be talking about anybody else's looks. I did not, Cece. Johnny got restrained behind a line of National Guard. He didn't have his credentials. That's crazy. AOC is brilliant. Yeah, she's awesome. She's one of the handful that I fuck with. Love her. Can we get up to 100,000 likes? We're almost there. Y'all are doing awesome. We got about 89,000. Smash those likes. 100 to 200 times. We're over 100 shares. Let's get up to like 200 shares too. Everybody share it out like 1 to 2 times. Marissa, thank you so much. We got almost 275 people in here. Should be easy. Drop that Marlene Marissa sticker in the chat. She's knocking out some more of the carnival musics. We're doing pretty good on the goal. Let's keep it going. We got 5 more of those to go. He found his emergency credentials. And again, that's what I said. They're looking for confrontation. Is it true Elon and Trump are not on good terms right now? Yes, Connie, that is true. That's 100% true. Yep. I don't know if you missed it last week, but I can sum it up for you last week. Mama Cat, thank you so much. If you want to know what happened last week, I can sum it up for you real quick. Hold on. Let's see if I can sum this up for you.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Massiville.
This is McDonald Carey, and these are the days of our lives.
So that's what happened last week between Elon Musk and Trump. But yeah, they're not on good terms. Trump said he doesn't want to make up with him. So Charlotte, thank you so much for the white rose. Basically, once Elon Musk left, he started attacking the abomination of the big beautiful bill. Then Trump said he didn't know what happened to Elon. The report came out. He said, do you think it could be the substance use? Loving Critters, thank you so much for the carnival music. You choked on the air. Candace, thank you so much. Yeah, all while sipping on a cold beverage. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I got the Milo's. Joanna, this is the half and half, the sweet tea and lemonade. And I won't call it Arnold Palmer, and you know why I won't do that. I'm sipping on the half and half. That's what we call it. Because Arnold Palmer was all man. He was all man. I don't want to think about that while I'm having my sweet tea, my combination. Yeah, I don't want to think about that while I'm sipping on some sweet tea. He was all, when he used to come out of the showers, his 9-iron, he was all man. When Milo's half and half so good, but I won't call it Arnie. I will not call it Arnie. Thank you, Tony. He was all man. Oh, I love that one. Isn't that funny? With the golf club. Tap that screen, share it alive. So anyway, we're going to fight for this democracy. I know that it gets heavy. This week to me, like starting on Friday when all this shit happened, because I normally don't normally don't cover politics over the weekend. Look at Helen. Win Helen in the chat. Look at Helen coming in here throwing a little carnival music. Appreciate you, Helen. The shit in LA is crazy. It's just unnecessary. $134 fucking million. That's how much it's costing us for a show. Okay, and I'll put up on the screen. I talked about it last night as soon as I heard the statement last night. This is from the Department of Homeland Security. This was through Sunday. I'll put it on the screen just so y'all can see it real quick. All this shit for 5 arrests of migrant criminals. 5. And I'll read it for you. DHS claims some migrants arrested by ICE in Los Angeles this weekend had criminal records. Wait till you hear how many of them. The Department of Homeland Security claimed that at least 5 people arrested during Sunday immigration sweeps in Los Angeles had criminal convictions or were simply accused of crimes. 5. $134 million for 5 arrests of criminals. Doesn't seem very efficient to me. The agency identified the 5 people who were caught up in ICE operations over the weekend and their previous criminal convictions, including offenses like DV, theft, and child, let's say, infestation. 5 fucking arrests. $134 million. 5 arrests of actual criminals. And that's according to the DHS. Okay? So that number's probably even lower because it's not like Kristi Noem is telling the truth. 5. Isn't that crazy? 5 fucking arrests. DHS said the arrest of the 5 individuals happened despite violent riots and assaults on ICE law enforcement agents. I haven't seen any of those violent riots. Didn't see any assaults on ICE agents either. These rioters in Los Angeles are fighting to keep grapists, unalivers, and other violent criminals loose on Los Angeles streets. Interesting, because the people that you arrested that were criminals weren't charged or convicted of any of those things that you just said. You didn't say that you arrested any unalivers. You didn't say that you arrested any grapists. So where did that statement come from? You just caught yourself in a lie. So even their statements they're putting out are lies. You didn't arrest any unalivers. You didn't arrest any grapists. You didn't arrest any violent criminals. What the fuck are you talking about? Or T group members. You didn't arrest any of those people. So why would you make a statement claiming that protesters are defending those people? No, they're not. You're not arresting those people. Where did that come from? What's up, Blacker? So I just want to show you the DHS, $135 million almost in taxpayer money, one way or another, has made 5 arrests through the weekends of criminal undocumented migrants, which I'm all for, deporting criminal undocumented migrants once they have due process and they're convicted of a crime. No one is against that. You're not doing that. These ICE raids aren't resulting in that. You arrested 44 workers through Saturday morning. 44 workers out of restaurants, out of stores, out of Home Depot parking lots, out of fashion shops. Those are not unalivers. Those are not violent criminals. Those are not T group members. None of them. None of them. Oh yeah, dog did it. I agree. I said it's a distraction. It's not even just a distraction from those things. You are right, dog did it. It is a fucking distraction from that Rockland County case and the election being challenged by smart legislation. It is a distraction from the Elon Musk fucking saga and drama. But it's also a distraction from all of his economic failures, his trade policy failures, his failures in reducing violence and war in the global system that he promised, his failure to reduce grocery prices, his failure to reduce my milk, my eggs, his failure to reduce those prices. It's a distraction. His failure to engage in mass deportations, it's a distraction from all of that. If I create a diversion, the news media will focus on this for a week, 2 weeks. We've got another inflation report coming out tomorrow. Inflation is expected to rise again. It's going to show us that inflation is rising. He wants a distraction because he's not doing anything. He's losing manufacturing jobs. He's losing jobs. The GDP is shrinking. Economic growth is slowing. He wants a distraction from all of this shit. He doesn't have a health care plan. He didn't close the border. He didn't build a border wall still. So this is all a distraction from him not doing anything in his first 5 months in office. 5 months. He signed into law 5 bills. That is fewer bills in the first 100 days, and now we're in 5 months. 5 bills is the fewest bills in the first 100 days of any modern president in U.S. history. 5. Congress isn't doing anything. He's not doing anything. Blacker, thank you so much for the carnival music. Win Blacker Tony in the chat. So this shit is a distraction because he knows the media will cover this nonstop and not talk about his fucking failures. That's what he wants. Because this has been a failure. He doesn't want us talking about his Trump meme coin cryptocurrency fucking event in Washington, D.C., in which he made almost $150 million off of. He doesn't want that. Olivia, thank you so much. Distractions. He doesn't want us pointing out that Doge has been a complete fucking failure. I read it yesterday. They're now begging federal employees to come back to work that they fired. Or judges are making them return fucking people to work. Distractions. Distractions. Political theater. Debs, thank you so much for the Go Popular. That's what it is. That's why we can't lose focus. Keep doing what we're doing. Peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. But continue to call out this shit when we need to call it out. If you are going to get out there on the streets on Saturday, be safe. Do it peacefully. Don't give him any fucking ammo for his base. Do not throw bricks. Do not burn cars. Don't do any of that shit. Don't give him any fucking ammo. None. What can he say? Olivia, thank you so much for the Go Popular. Thank you, Joanna. Yeah, if you'd rather make a contribution, Vimo C app, you know where that is. Check out my page. Walk away from piles of bricks. Yeah, dog did it. Be peaceful. And we mostly are in Los Angeles. So, of course, there's always going to be a couple knuckleheads. You can't do anything about that. That's just a numbers game. There's always going to be a few knuckleheads in a group that use the opportunity to act like idiots. We just have to make sure that we're not on that side, you know? Exactly, dog. Did it? Somebody start something, walk the fuck away, right? African iced tea? Yeah, this is the half and half. Yep. It's half. Yeah, it is African iced tea. Half and half, for sure. So that's what I want to say. But again, political theater. 5 fucking arrests of actual undocumented migrant criminals. 5. Big waste of everybody's fucking time. Big waste of money. Political theater. That's all it is. Political fucking theater. So, what else is going on that you want to discuss today? Trump in office, 18.9% spent golfing. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Protesters are shutting down courts in San Francisco and gather in other cities. A large group was demonstrating outside the Federal Detention Center in Los Angeles, and also protests are planned in Chicago and New York, across the country. Yeah, just seeing some of these protesters being violently attacked is really fucking sad to me. It really is. None of that should be happening. Not yet, OC. Not yet that I've seen. No. Not yet. But we'll see what happens. President Trump says that Army bases will revert to Confederate names. Nice. Does he realize that the Confederacy lost? Does he realize this country would not be what it is if the Union didn't defeat the Confederacy? Like, I don't understand what this obsession is with fucking the Confederacy. Bro, they lost. They fucking lost. He probably doesn't know that. Thank you, Lori, so much for the Go Popular. President Trump, speaking at the Army base at Fort Bragg, announced that he planned to reverse the renaming of all Army bases that had their names changed as a part of an effort to purge symbols of the Confederacy from the U.S. military, including one name for Robert E. Lee, of course. Congress had moved to change the names of 9 Army bases in the final days of Trump's first administration, the only time it overrode his veto. So again, that can be that can be changed by Congress too. Like, what a waste of fucking time. They want a rematch. Tiffany said, I guess they want a rematch. Yeah, they'll lose this one too, Tiff. So go ahead, bring the rematch. I'm all for that. Helen, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. He's not very bright. He's not intelligent. He doesn't know history and what you just said, Helen. Crazy. Crazy. And again, any taquitos in the chat? What's the purpose of that? I know we got a couple taquitos in here. What's the purpose of renaming Army bases after the side that lost in the Civil War? What's the reason for that? Why are we honoring the Confederacy? Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Win Debbie in the chat. Win Debs in the chat. She said, thank you, and Shauna. Best extending family. Thank you so much. So I was right. Thank you so much, Debs. I appreciate that. Tiffany said they got a hold of his college transcripts. GPA was 1.78. Tiffany, I think I was right. I think he was getting gas prices confused with his college GPA. But even the fucking gas prices were still higher than the college GPA, but it was close. I think he meant to say $1.78 gas. He said $1.98. So I think I was right. I think he got it confused with his college GPA. That's exactly what the fuck I think happened. What's up, Daria? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you live? How you live? Thank you for the roses, Daria. Anybody else think that's what happened? Because we know he's quad D, dirty ding-a-ling, dementia Donnie. He got his GPA confused with gas prices. It's official. That's what happened. It's even $1.78 in certain places. It's $1.98. Wait, I think that might have been my GPA at Wharton, which my daddy paid to get into, but me too, Anti-MAGA. We're doing some things. They're doing some things with the GPA. They're doing some things. You actually have a photo of it? Let me find out. I saw someone post it. We need to stop accepting. I'm with you, Nicole. We're shining some light in the body. We're doing some things with some disinfectant. Aren't we? Dr. Fauci, aren't we doing some things? Aren't we doing some things with some shining some light in the body? No, we can't, Helen. Dr. Fauci, I voted for Trump because no new wars. Dr. Fauci, free milk and eggs. He got an F in statistics? I'm sure he did. When did this come out? I love it. Free milk and eggs. And the jab. The jab, Dr. Fauci. MAGAs have been kind of quiet lately, though, haven't they? Haven't they? It was today. I'll text it to you. Okay, Tiff. Yeah, send it to me. That's hilarious. I was pretty close, though, because I said I think he's getting it confused with his GPA. I think that's exactly what the fuck happened. I think he got gas prices confused with his own fucking GPA. Who banks a casino? A Trump. That's who fucking bankrupts a casino. A Trump. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Everybody is awesome. I think I just got it. Yeah, I'll check it out, Tiff. That's amazing. Hold on. That was 1 point. Oh, it's 2.8. Yeah, 1.28. Damn, that's pretty good. Damn, that's tough. 1.28 was the GPA. That's tough. Damn. Okay, so he got, let's see, we got English literature. We got a D+. We got an intro to math. I mean, his best score was a C. A C. Yeah, his best score is a C. He got, I don't know what semester this is, but his best score was a C. Yeah. D plus, English 102, literature, C minus, intro to management, C minus, microeconomics, finance, C, statistics, F. They said, I'm very good in numbers. I'm very good with math. It's the art of the deal. Who knows numbers better than me? They say my numbers, we have the biggest numbers, the best numbers. Crazy work. That's crazy. How would she have obtained that? That's great. That's fucking great. 1.28. That's crazy. Wow. I like it though. I don't know if it's real. It's circulating on Tiffany. I hope that's real. I have no idea. If it is real, it's amazing. I mean, you never know. Again, on the economic growth, you can get a 1.28 for showing up. Shit, I played college basketball. MFers didn't even go to class and got higher than a 1.28. MFers didn't even go to class. I mean, I was on the Mary Roby Academic Achievement Award. I won 2 of those, but I'm just saying, like, you cannot even go to fucking class and get a 1.28. And I don't think he was a college athlete either. Did he go to Fordham? Is that where he went? I think that's what it said. You don't even have to go to class and you can get a 1.28. I'm not going to name any names. I had a few of those on my team in the starting 5. You can go to class and get a 2.0, which is all you need, a C average to play college. Professor said he was the dumbest student ever. Angie, that wouldn't surprise me. I've had that photo since September 28th. Is that true then? Is that a real one? Fordham University? We didn't have student privacy back then? Probably not. Dumbest student ever, said his professor. Is that true? What professor was that? He's not going to like this. He's not going to like the grades getting leaked. He probably doesn't even remember going to Fordham. That was so long ago. I don't even have memories of that. Some people are saying that I might have went to Fordham. It might not have been me. It might not have been me. Crazy. Not surprising though. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, it says Fordham University on this thing. Fordham University. Yeah, that's what it says. Trump barely went to school, can't even read. This is from the Fordham University days. That's crazy. Taco, 1.28. Yep. I like it. Let's keep leaking this kind of information. His professor did say that. There's another story on the I saw this on the Wall Street Journal earlier when I was reading, talking about economic growth. The World Bank, what's up, Nancy? Now sees U.S. growth rate halving as tariffs slow global economy. Slowdown in the U.S. and global economies could be more severe if tariffs rise from levels in effect in May, bank says, okay? The World Bank expects the U.S. economic growth to halve to 1.4% in 2025 due to Trump's tariff policies. Lisa, thank you so much. So another negative piece of information about Trump's tariffs, his taxes, okay? Global economic growth is projected to slow to 2.3%. So global economic growth is still supposed to be greater than the U.S. by almost a full percentage point. The World Bank warns further tariff increases could severely impact global growth, especially for developing countries. Thank you, Lisa, for the Go Popular. Appreciate you so much. He was a Bluto Scar in the movie Animal House, didn't have a grade point average. I like that. Then he had someone have to cheat for him in his classwork. That you know how crazy work that is? To actually have people cheating for you and you can still only fucking pull off a C as your best grade? You know how pathetic that is? Isn't that crazy? The World Bank warned that the slowdown in both the U.S. and global economies could be more severe, again, if the tariffs were increased further from the levels that prevailed in late May. As might occur if the increases announced on April 2nd and then paused for 90 days to allow for negotiations were to come to full force in July. By the way, he's supposed to have been negotiating with China right now, and I'm not seeing any fucking new China deal. Dolphin, I'm going to get to you in 1 sec, okay? Let's get one more carnival up there too to meet this carnival goal. Then we'll reset it. If you like anything else cool in the gallery, I've got all types of new shit in there that I've never seen before. He probably didn't pay them either. Probably not. Yeah. However, the World Bank backed Trump's claim that the U.S. faced higher tariffs. Thank you, Helen, so much. Win Helen in the chat. Make sure you drop that Helen sticker too. She's always fucking coming in hot with the cool little animations. Let's pick something different now. Let's see if we can see something. Anybody got a Ellie elephant in here? I love that one. Let's see what we got. Let's pick something else. But we will see what happens with these fucking tariffs, okay? And again, he's supposed to be negotiating with China yesterday and today. I've heard of no new deals between the U.S. and China. The art of the deal, talk a lot of shit, don't make a deal. That's the art of the deal. Talk a lot of shit, don't do shit. Art of the deal. Art of the deal. We're going to go with a couple Ellie elephants. I fucking love this one. I love Ellie the elephant. Makes me feel like I'm in a tropical environment. So we're going with, but give whatever the fuck you want if you can. Whatever you like. We got birds in there. I love that. Taco Trump. No deals have been finalized. I know. 90 deals, 90 days. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Shannon, for the Lions mane. Kathy, thank you so much as well for the sparklers. I appreciate that. In a scenario where tariffs were halved compared with their levels in late May, economic growth would be slightly higher both this year and next year, the World Bank said. But he hasn't cut the tariffs yet. So he's only paused them, okay? And right now, I haven't seen any fucking deal made with China. Nothing. He doesn't know how to make a deal. No one gives a fuck about his position. No one does. All right, I'm going to bring Dolphin up real quick. Tap that screen, share it live. If you like any Ellie elephant, that is the fucking goal right now. Just UK 3% of trade. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Shannon? Thanks for coming back in. Are you still here, Dolphin? Let's get Dolphin in real quick. What's up? Good. What's going on?
This is how I don't know. Okay. I looked it up. He went to Fordham for 2 years, then transferred to
Wharton? Yeah.
Wharton in Pennsylvania, and graduated with a bachelor's in science economics.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either. So he knows like the science of economics.
But it should have been bachelor's in concepts of economics. That's what it should have been.
I had to look it up. I was like, oh my God. And yeah, I've had that photo for like ever. I mean, I've had this since September 28th. I looked all the way down because I had to go find the photo again.
That's funny.
September 28th, 2024.
So that's like all we could obtain of his college career between two schools. is just
Micro
that.
and macro economics, fucking C's and D's.
Yeah, not surprising. Not surprising.
So yeah, a degree on basket weaving. It's the science of economics. He don't even know economics. He just knows the science.
I've got
Matter of fact,
concepts.
what's science? They don't believe in science. What's science?
No, they don't. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, remember, he wasn't always a Republican either. He hung with the Democrats. Then he just got MAGAs to believe, and he got the right to believe that he was a Republican, even though he doesn't do anything that's conservative at all.
He don't know who he is.
No. So, but yeah, so I wanted, because I was like, this says Fordham University. So I'm like, this doesn't say Wharton. So I was a little confused.
I double checked. I went, you're like, can I look it up? I went, boom. And I looked it up while you were talking. And I was like, okay, he went to Fordham for 2 years. Then he transferred to Wharton, graduated in, I think they said 68, with a bachelor in science of economics or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck is the science of economics?
I never heard of that one before. That's new. That's a new one. Concepts of economics. I know concepts of supply and demand. I don't know what the fuck it means. I know concepts.
Oh God.
So anyway.
Oh, and I have news. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I have news yet. All right. Okay. First off, dog's good. Didn't have to have any teeth pulled. Teeth are cleaned.
Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome. Very good news.
Yeah. That's not the news. My brother's mother-in-law, I basically call her my mom. I've known her since I've been little. She's known me. She wants to do a little road trip, and she wants to go to the parade.
Are you serious?
Check it. No, she hates him too. She
Okay,
hates him
good.
too. She's like me. She don't. We hate him. But she's like, can you imagine if you went and you streamed? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I bet a lot of people wouldn't fucking show, is what it was, because a lot of people don't want to see him. But she's like, and then you can go to the Pope's thing down the street. And I was like,
I'm not gonna be doing
oh.
all that.
I was like, we go from one place to another.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
don't know about all that. And you want to be safe if you're actually gonna do that too. Just be safe.
You have 2 tickets, LOL. I didn't even get I didn't even get a ticket. My mother-in-law just wants me to start a GoFundMe. We just go.
I like it. I mean, I like it. Go exercise your rights, but like be safe. Like I said, make sure you're like you connected to some group that has security at least, because we want to make sure all our people are safe. And especially in DC, they're going to be looking for people that oppose him. So just be
Yeah, I
careful out
know,
there.
but can you imagine me? I'm 4'5", and my friend, my sister-in-law's mom, who is only 4'11".
Yeah, you might get lost, so you
Just
might be okay. You might get lost, so you probably
you
are
got him
okay.
so someone else couldn't. Cool.
But anyway, no, just be safe because I want people to do what they're comfortable with, but I also don't want to have any, even like you heard Johnny Palmadessa experience some shit yesterday. I'm like,
Oh, I
you
was
got to be
watching
fucking,
it.
you got to be careful out
I,
there.
I, I, I had to go and like literally get some money and like, like donate him $10 for some shit and throw him an Ellie the elephant because he just got sprayed in the face and I was like, oh, I saw that and I was like, oh, here we go. Here you go, bro. Here you go.
And
He's
that's
like, that
crazy
was
because
almost worth getting hit in the face with pepper spray.
it's just crazy. Like, and I don't want that happening to people, and especially people that they're looking to target, and we know who those are. So you just got to
Oh
fucking
yeah.
be careful,
Yeah,
you
he
know.
got smart. He's got that freaking like gas mask and
Yeah,
shit
if
today.
you're gonna do that, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But
um,
anyway,
so yeah, I thought I'd come up and tell you that he graduated. He spent 2 years there, 2 years there. I just wanted to double check. I was like, I was like, I know he did go 2 years to some place, but I wasn't sure if it was Fordham.
yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm sure that is legitimate because I mean, I can't see him being a good student, but I just wanted to make sure that it was like, I mean, I wanted to make sure it was accurate because I didn't know about Fordham University. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, even if it said it says Donald J. Trump on the corner, but
yeah,
it's just the point though. Always double check.
yeah, yeah,
Always
yeah,
double
yeah,
check.
yeah.
So, yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that I may actually be going to the damn parade,
That's crazy.
and I may
Well,
stream it.
yeah, stream it. We'll fucking come check you out. We'll come give you some love.
All right, just letting you know that, man. Just letting you know. She had a little bit today, so she was like, "Let's do it," and I was like, "Okay." Dude. I'm gonna tell you who she is. She is a Monroe County uh uh guard, prisoner
Oh,
guard.
really? Is she?
She is all of 5 feet,
Well, she's not scared, man.
all of my weight, maybe 100 pounds. Just just
She's
you
not
know.
scared, man. She's not scared.
Look. Hey, just Michelle. If I'm not there, then I will be in Michigan somewhere protesting at a No Kings protest. I will either be at either or. If my mother-in-law will come and get me because I do not have a license, that's the only reason why I cannot go anywhere. Um, but
Yeah. Thank you, Shannon.
if my mother-in-law comes to get me and I'm in Michigan, um, I'll let you guys know like before I go if I go to Washington. I don't know if I will. I might just stay here in Michigan. You know me. I'm a home. I miss my home when I leave my when I leave my
I mean,
state.
there's nothing wrong with that either, because I mean, you're staying safe too. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
always want to stay
she's like,
safe.
"What do we bring?" I'm like, masks, goggles, freaking. I want to bring. You know what? I want to tell her, give me a bulletproof vest. Give me them
Yeah.
protective vests that you got.
I mean, you're joking, but at the same time, you never fucking
No, I'm
know.
not joking.
Yeah. I mean, you're
I mean,
saying it tongue in cheek, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. We haven't heard of any of that happening yet, but I bet you Saturday is going to be a lot more fucking people out there, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you're protected, right?
So I mean, it's dumb. That thing's birthday and the
That's
whole.
his birthday.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't. He wants to sit here and dehumanize people, say vermin, poisoning the blood, all this
Thank
other
you,
stuff.
Jasmine.
He is that thing.
I'm with you.
I have been
I'm
calling
with
him
you.
that thing since I got on there, and then I changed it to Trump because people didn't know who the fuck I meant by that thing. So
Taco,
then I
just
have
call
to
him
go
Taco.
that
Taco.
thing that's currently in office just to
Taco.
clarify it.
Yeah, it's call him Taco. But anyway,
President Taco.
President
All right. Look,
Taco.
I'm getting goofy. Thanks for having me up.
Of course.
I don't know. I think I got to get a hold of her first. She hasn't answered me, so she might have passed out. Not sure. Um, but I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna probably do a live here shortly. I'm not sure. My mom hasn't eaten yet, so.
All right, we'll check you out.
And I'm
We'll check.
still
I'll
kind of
if I'm
keeping
on.
an eye on my dog.
I'll come check you out. But good news on the dog. Hopefully you and your mama go do that and stream and be safe, and we'll come check you out. All right.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys know. I will make a video and let you guys know what's going on. But either way, I will be doing something apparently.
All right. We'll see you, Dolphin. Appreciate you. Love you.
All right. Wee.
All right. Peace. That's the lovely Dolphin. Make sure you follow her. She's awesome. She's family friend here. What's up, Claudia? What's up, Kim? Everybody tap that screen. I put the little lovers. What the fuck did I put up here? I don't even know what this is. Lovers, some shit up here right now. I'm just doing shit that I've never seen before. So, oh, never mind. It's not even fucking available. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't fucking work. I picked something that's not available. I don't know how the fuck that makes sense. Anyway, trade talks today. Scott Bessent said with China that the talks are going very, very well. Although we don't know what that means because there's no trade deals that have been announced with China, so I don't really trust him. But that's what he's saying. That's what the fuck he's saying right now. So who fucking knows? I don't believe him. It's Scott Bessent. He also said that he expects that talks will continue into Tuesday night. They've been productive late Tuesday before leaving to return to Washington for congressional testimony on Wednesday. So no deals yet. Again, 90 deals, 90 days, nothing with China yet. Stocks built on modest gains throughout the day, closing between 0.2 and 0.5% higher. I was looking at the stock markets, not much movement at all. Yeah, Dow Jones up 0.25%, NASDAQ 0.63, S&P 0.55. Helen! Thank you, Helen. Win Helen in the chat. I fucking love that one. Win Helen in the chat for the elephant. I appreciate that so much. I love that one. Win Helen. Drop that Helen sticker too. Love that elephant. Fucking love the elephant. Appreciate you, Helen. Win Helen in the chat. Amazing. And drop that Helen sticker. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Helen. I love these tropical ones. So awesome. So awesome. So thank you. Patty, thank you so much on the time warp. That's the goal up there right now. Win Patty in the chat. Thank you so much, Patty, for the time warp. Y'all are both fucking awesome. Appreciate that. That's the current goal. Thank you, Patty. So yeah, that wasn't Bessent. That was Lutnick. Sorry about that. Lutnick said the U.S.-China trade talks are going well. That's what he says. I don't trust a word coming out of the mouth of this administration. So to me, that means no deal. Yeah. Anything he says, I just think the opposite. He hoped negotiations would end this evening, but if needed, they would continue on Wednesday. So. Nut lick, yeah, I like that one too. Yeah. So I don't trust him. I don't trust him, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. The art of no deal. I know. The art of no deal. The art of no deal. So there is news too. GM, they are investing $4 billion into an investment in U.S. manufacturing. This is like the first actual deal I've heard that's real. So one motor company, GM, is expected to expand vehicle production. Again, there is vehicle production in this country already, but we also assemble vehicles in other countries like Mexico. So the investment demonstrates our ongoing commitment to build vehicles in the U.S. I don't know if this was planned before Trump or after, not sure. Knowing the Trump administration, this was probably being worked on before he was even in office, would be my guess, because this looks like a $4 billion deal is pretty extensive. Facilities in Orion Township, Michigan, Kansas City, Kansas, and Spring Hill, Tennessee will expand finished vehicle production of several of the company's most popular vehicles. GM said Tuesday the Orion facility will begin production of gas-powered full-size SUVs and the light-duty pickup trucks in early 2027. Okay, so look how long that takes. Yeah, look how long that fucking takes. What's up, John? The new investment gives the company the ability to assemble more than 2 million vehicles per year in the U.S. Trump will probably know auto is 100% manufactured in one place. No, that's what I was saying, Jay. And we have fucking assembly. We have assembly factories, all these companies all over the fucking world. You try to buy all USA made truck, yeah. So Trump will probably claim victory for this, even though it likely has nothing to do with him. This was probably already in the works. Yeah, so we'll see. Today's announcement demonstrates our ongoing commitment to build vehicles in the U.S. to support American jobs. Announcement demonstrates our ongoing commitment to build vehicles in the U.S. to support American jobs. That's according to the CEO of GM. Last month, GM said it was dropping plans to invest $300 million into electric vehicles at its plant in Buffalo. Instead, we'll invest $888 million to produce V8 engines at the facility. Yeah, he'll take credit, probably planned long before him. Just knowing him, you know how the fuck he is. We don't like to tell the truth. We like to fabricate. We love fabric and we love to fabricate. That's what we love. We love to do that. So that happened today too. So anyway, I was telling you the story yesterday. If you joined me late too, I was pretty fired up about this Los Angeles shit. So I'm texting a buddy I've known for quite a long time that went to the same college as me. He's a few years older than me, and he lives in this city. And he was kind of defending Trump's actions with the military. This is all through text message. In California. He's originally from California kid originally. And he was saying, well, we do have an undocumented migrant problem. And this was the one that got me. This was fucking crazy. I told this to my wife too. I said, so this, if you need a background on my friend here, he didn't vote for the guy in the previous 2 elections, but he voted for him this time. Why he would go through 4 years of him the first time, and he was mad about that day in January. He was mad about everything from the first administration. Why he would want to vote for him, in the 3rd time he was on the ticket, I have no fucking idea. I guess maybe he just had a problem with a woman being president. I don't know. And he's from California, and he tries to pin a lot of the California problems on liberals for some reason, and Democrats for some reason. Okay, so I'm saying, this is so unnecessary. They've made a total of fucking 44 arrests with these ICE raids through Saturday morning, which is fucking nothing. So I said, all this use of the National Guard, all the bringing in of Marines for 44 arrests of undocumented migrants, the majority of who are not criminals, by the way. I said, this is not what Trump promised, because he tried to say, well, we do have an illegal immigration problem. We have an undocumented migrant problem. And I said, raiding the kitchen at P.F. Chang's isn't going to fucking address that. I said, you know what might have addressed some of that? If they had passed the Border Security Act of 2024. So I explained to him that bill had money for the border. It had money for more Border Patrol agents. It had money for more border technologies. It had money for more immigration judges. He had nothing to say to that, of course. Then I said, if you have a problem with undocumented migrants working, tell the corporations and small businesses to pay American workers competitive wages and provide American workers with benefits, and stop recruiting the undocumented migrants to work in their places of business. So you can't have it both ways. You cannot say that you want to deport undocumented migrants, most of whom are not criminals, and then at the same time want to hire these same undocumented migrants to work all the jobs that American workers don't want to work. So I told him, you basically can't have it both ways. Of course, I didn't get a response. Then today, I showed him a picture because he's a supporter of the Constitution. I showed him a picture of Trump's plans. Showed him a picture of Trump's plans to stop all protesters that get in the way of his Saturday parade. And I said, you can't be a constitutionalist and just openly support a president that advocates for violating the First Amendment of the Constitution and our rights to protest and demonstrate and boycott. And his response to that was, he kind of came around and he said, I wonder if he'll leave in 2028. So he kind of maybe he started listening to what I was saying, at least I'm hoping so. I'm trying to convince myself that he was, so I can bring him back to the light. So I just wanted to share that, because sometimes I get frustrated. I have he won't. Yeah, and again, if he doesn't leave in 2028, we're not sitting for that. First of all, he's fucking 80 years old. I don't know where he'll be in 2028. Again, quad D, dirty dingaling, dementia Donnie. I don't think he's in the best of shape, mentally or physically, despite what he tells everybody. So I'm not as worried about that, and we'll never let that happen. The military won't let that happen. We won't let that happen. But we'll see. We'll see if he changes his mind, my buddy. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But I kind of told him the hypocrisy in claiming that you support the Constitution. Because what I told him is, I said, I don't give a fuck what political party you're with. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. I said Green Party. I don't give a fuck what it is. I told him in my text, I said, no American should be cool with the president of the United States openly saying he's going to fucking violate the constitutional rights of protesters. I also said no American should be cool that we have a president that is hosting a army/birthday parade with military tanks on the day of his birthday. I said, you realize that no president in the history of our country has done that, right? I said, you know who does do that? Russia, North Korea. I didn't really get a response from that one. So I'm hoping that I'm getting to some people. Maybe I'm not, but I'm trying to give myself at least a pat on the back for attempting. But like people said, he might not change his mind. He probably won't. But I'm trying, I'm trying. That's all you can do. If you know some people, and again, I wasn't even sure that he went this way in this election until like recently, because whenever I'll bring up politics with him, again, he didn't vote for him the previous 2 times. He used to bash this dude like the previous 2 elections, especially during his first administration. Like he was all up in arms about that day in January. We were supposed to confirm the win of Biden. He hated that day. Like he was criticizing it heavily. And then it was like as soon as he saw Kamala Harris on the ticket challenging Trump, all of a sudden he couldn't vote Democrat. Very fucking weird. So I try to put in effort, and that's my bottom line. If you got any family members that you think you might be able to get some points through on, I mean, you might as well try to make the effort. I don't know if you'll be successful, but it's worth a shot. In my opinion, it's worth a shot. You never know. Maybe you can change somebody's mind. That's my position. Maybe not, but at least you got to try. Probably, Loretta. Yeah, probably because she's a woman and a black and Indian woman. Yeah. And again, this narrative, these liberals in California are ruining the state. If it's a ruined state, why do so many people want to fucking live there? If it's a failing state, why does everybody fucking want to get jobs there? Why are the jobs very high paying? Why is housing so valuable in California since the fucking state sucks so much? And all this mass exodus that you hear is occurring in California from Republicans, it's not actually happening. There's no mass exodus in California. If there was, we wouldn't still be having housing shortages in California. California is a cool place to live for a lot of people. Me, I just hate traffic. I have no problem with California. No problem with visiting California. Love many areas of California. So I just think it's funny because it's failing so bad, yet it's the 4th largest economy in the world. Yet it provides all types of federal fucking tax dollars to the federal government that wouldn't survive without California's federal tax dollars. So it's just funny to me. Major businesses all across California. So anyway, all this narrative that California sucks now and it's not what it used to be in the fucking 70s and 80s. Yeah, it's not supposed to be what it was in the 70s and 80s. We tend to progress as a society, okay? We tend to advance. As time goes on, you like to advance, not return to previous fucking eras, right? That's the whole purpose of advancement and progress. That's why when you have all this Make America Great Again bullshit, we want to return to a time during the 1800s, you do? And why would you want to do that? You want to return to a time when people had less education, less technology, less money? Why the fuck would you want to return to that? Well, I know why the wealthy want to return to that, because they want all the fucking power. It's like we always say, right? They want to dumb down their voting base. They want to weaken the power and the education and the resources of their voting base because they want all the fucking power. We know better. We know that advancement helps society. Mercantile, lower, maybe tonight. Yeah, tonight. Yeah. Right? Impeach Trump. I agree. Right? Like, why would you want to fucking regress and go backwards? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Unless you want to control the population for some reason and make people poor, make people less educated. Exactly. Yeah, Anthony nailed it. Oligarchs want to run the country. 100%. Yeah. He wants his billionaires to control all the fucking resources and all the political influence. So that's the goal. But I just think it's funny because I just wanted to tell that personal story. Like, I think over time, once I see my buddy face to face again at some point in time, I think maybe with some face to face conversations, I can return him to the right side. There might be an in there, might take some work. I can tell. I mean, I just know he doesn't study this shit like I do. He's somebody with a college degree too. But when it comes to politics, just because you have a college degree too doesn't make you very educated or aware on public policy, political history, the functions of government, the lack of productivity in Congress. So anyway, why yes, TikTok, this is appropriate and educational. Thanks for asking, JB. Yeah, cool. So I don't know. If you do have people that you think you can get to, try to get to them with facts. Try not to attack them. I know it's fucking tough. Maybe he is, Lizette. I mean, that's why I keep asking. I was asking Shauna today actually on the way back, just because what is happening, it's heavy on a lot of us, right? But I ask this chat too all the time. What can MAGAs actually say that is going well for them right now? Like I pointed out all the negative things, like grocery prices are not lower. My milk, my eggs, I can't afford to fill up my Wrangler. Nothing's going well. No mass deportation, no wall, no mass arrests. I just put an article up last night. Stephen Miller was fucking beside himself last week. That's why these ICE raids started taking place. He said he wanted 3,000 arrests a day. They gave him 44 in ICE on Friday and Saturday morning. 44. ICE gave him 44. He wants 3,000 a day. 44 in a planned out ICE raid in Los Angeles, one of the biggest cities in fucking the country. They got him 44 arrests. So this is all political theater because they're failing, okay? My family's very anti-Trump and they think Trump shouldn't be president. Good. Miller is painting a target on his back. Yeah, he is. Yeah. So I always say, what is going well? I can't have a single taquito can't give me an answer. Border security. What does that mean? Doc Nancy, thank you so much for the mic, champ. Appreciate that. Gold all of my chain. What does border security mean? How is that measured? Border crossings. Who cares about border crossings? That has nothing to do with border security. Border crossings, border encounters is what we look at. And border encounters include people being stopped at the border and sent back to their home countries. Include deportations. Include people that have tried to cross the border 3, 4, 5 times. Every time that single person crosses and encounters a border patrol agent or border officials, that counts as an encounter. Border encounters don't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. Who cares? Are those people staying in the country or are they not staying in the country? The majority of them are not staying in the country. But Joe Biden was better in the border. I mean, he had more deportations per day so far. I unfortunately have MAGA relatives. A lot of families do. So just be careful. Johnson's authoritarian too. Who are we talking about? MAGA Mike Johnson? Yes, Dolphin, for sure. But again, even deportations, it depends on who you're deporting. If Trump is deporting American children that were born here, is that a successful deportation? Fucking of course not. If Trump is deporting the wrong people, the wrong person as administrative errors like Abrego Garcia, is that a successful deportation? And that has to bring him back? Like even just deportation numbers don't even tell you the fucking story. Because the Trump administration isn't actually telling you who the fuck they're deporting. So even those you can't even rely upon. How many we'll call it administrative errors have they made? Right? Habeas corpus works? Yeah, it does. You're right about that. And again, all these people worried about martial law. No, he doesn't have power to declare martial law, not even in the Constitution. All these people worried about him suspending the writ of habeas corpus. No, he doesn't have power to do that either. Stephen Miller was talking about that about a month ago. Still hasn't happened because it won't happen. Trump doesn't have any power to suspend the writ of habeas corpus. Not going to happen. Taco Trump. He doesn't have the power anyway. Mr. Burns, I call him the human male reproductive sample. You know what I call him. Stephen Miller. So do not panic. Have the conversations that you can have. Try to get to people that you think maybe will listen to you on the other side, because that's important. Midterms are coming up. Okay, so it's important that people start getting an accurate picture of what is going on. And I pointed that out to my buddy too. I said, Trump has never once cared about the border or legal immigration. I pointed out, you know how I know? He told his party to not pass the Border Security Act of 2024. I said he's not interested in actually solving the problem. He never has been. He never has been. Oh, no, we'll have midterms. Yeah. The bill has nothing to do with midterms. Yeah. And it's not going to pass how it looks right now. Secondly, I keep saying this too. Let's say the Democrats take control of the House again and take control of the Senate again, which is possible. There's enough seats available in the Senate, and this has been a disastrous administration so far. People are going to start feeling the pain. Again, by the end of 2025, by December of 2025, MAGAs will start fucking feeling the pain. The single wides will be washing down the streets. They won't be able to get them back. They won't have food stamps because those will be taken away through this big, beautiful bill. They won't have anything, okay? They might even have to trade in their bootleg Trump Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, okay? They won't have shit. FEMA's not helping them. They won't have schools for their kids. Shit, their kids might be fucking graveyard workers in Florida, okay? They're not going to have health care. So we could get the Senate too. And when we get the Senate, if we get the House and the Senate's more of a long shot. I'll put it that way, but there are seats available, okay? Wait, there's hurricanes? If we get control of the chambers of Congress, everything they're ruining right now in the big, beautiful bill, Democrats could reverse with their own bill. So just realize that. Like, it could be a short window when people are in pain, but let Democrats get back in Congress and empower both chambers. Let that happen. Democrats could reverse all this shit. And we know the government isn't fucking efficient either. So even these changes that are coming, they're not going to actually take place for quite some time. Yeah, can't wait until midterms. Yeah, me neither. But again, things could change drastically in midterms. That's why it's important to have these conversations, these shows, these communities, because we need people to know what the fuck is going on, right? Even the taxes for the rich, they can reverse that too in a bill. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah, that's what Congress is doing right now. Yeah. Now we need the numbers. And again, so you say, well, Trump could veto bills. Yeah. But Congress could then fucking override a veto too. Secondly, if Trump is vetoing bills that help the American citizens, not going to put him in a great position or the party in a great position for the future. So we'll see. We have a lot of emotional support Canadians up here venting, I'm sure. Yeah, we need the numbers, Sandra. That's why continuing to talk about this shit is essential, right? Keep tapping that screen, folks. We got about 320 people in here. I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes or so. So let's get these numbers up. Let's try to get to 300,000. And then if anybody wants to help out with the time warp as the goal up top, we'll be back tonight. What I'm going to do tonight, folks, I'm probably going to get to about 50,000 likes. And I've got a laptop. I'm trying to run TikTok Studio on the laptop. So I'm going to make it a sub-only chat tonight, because I can't really have people getting blocked in the chat, me trying to block people and pinning taquitos that come in here and shit. You can listen in, but tonight I'm going to have a sub-only chat because I'm going to be fucking around on my laptop doing TikTok Studio. And I don't know all the features and shit of it yet, so I'm going to be fucking around and having a conversation with you. And it gives my mods a break. And so, yeah, and we do also have the Rockland County findings, exactly, Lamont, but I don't know how long that's going to take. That's one county in one state across America. I don't know, Dupree. I keep getting asked if I'll run for office one day. Maybe. The conditions and situation would have to be right for me. Let's just put it that way. Every vote everywhere for midterms has to be hand counted. Yeah, it needs to be at least hand verified. Yeah, I agree with you. And no muskrat involvement would be nice too. Let's not have any fucking machines in any county in the country being hooked up to Starlink satellite internet, right? I'd like that. Let's avoid that if we can, please. Wouldn't that be nice? Thank you, Taco. I appreciate that. I don't even know how the fuck that was permitted in the first place. That's insane work to me. Brenda, thank you so much for the heart me. How that even was allowed is beyond me. somebody that was actively involved in campaigning for a candidate in an election was allowed to have his technology used in certain areas of the country. How the fuck was that permitted? And that's why I say my one problem with Biden, I have no policy problems with Biden. None. My one problem with Biden is his administration should have never let shit happen that happened during that election cycle. Never. They should have been prepared. Results won't be until September 20-something in Rockland. That's why I said it's going to take a long time. That's what I was saying, OC. I'm like, I don't even know the timeline. And that's for one fucking lawsuit. So now you're talking about every swing state or every state, because you can't just recount in swing states. That would take years. Yeah, Nicole, I'm not real. I know Kamala is. It's not up to her, though, is my problem. You know, like, I wish it was up to Kamala. It's not. But we need action, right? Maybe this Rockland County thing. I'm going to make my video on Rockland County tonight, too, so everybody knows. But I just wish, that's the only thing with Biden, is I wish his administration was more prepared for the Musk influence. And it seems like that got caught off guard. I don't know why. I mean, we should have known as soon as he was running that registration for far-right agenda bullshit. We should have been prepared. $1 million to people who fucking registered for that and won, whatever the fuck that was. We should have been prepared for that. It didn't look like we were prepared, so I was disappointed. But other than that, I love Uncle Joe. Is Musk going to trash Trump? Well, he already took his tweets down, so it seems like some of that taco seasoning spread out over him. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Kimmy, that's what I believe too. Like I always said, I didn't have a good feeling, and my feeling aligns exactly with what smart legislation is claiming in their lawsuit. We need a lot of new young ones in the White House. I agree. Where is Musk? I have no fucking idea. Kamala and her campaign were sent. I like it. I mean, they should be sent that. Yeah. Now, what happens with it is my question. Right? What happens with it? I'm with you, G-Man. I think most people in here are. Smash those likes, folks. 100 to 200 likes, everybody, if you can. Let's knock out this time warp goal, too. We got about 10 more left to hit up there. That would be awesome. If we can at least get halfway there, would be cool as fuck. We're just talking about current events. We're talking about the No Kings protests on Saturday. We're talking about Trump still making no deals with China. We're talking about all types of shit. The Rockland County legislation, the Smarter legislation lawsuit in Rockland County, New York. Talking about all this shit. Trump trying to violate our First Amendment rights. Thank you, Mary143. If you are joining me for the first time, Mary, welcome to the kingdom. We call this the African Kingdom. Thank you so much for your subscription. I'll check it out. Economic Times is a publication, right? What's the headline, Cece? I can check them out. I don't have a subscription to Economic Times, but what's the headline? Economic Times. Thank you, Shannon. Win Shannon in the chat. Appreciate you so much for the time warp. Huge protests in most cities right now. Yeah, and they're going to continue through Saturday. So this is a crucial. Is that the title, Cece? Can you just give me the title of what the article is, and I'll pull it up. Win Shannon in the chat. I appreciate you, Shannon. I'm a YT woman. Is it okay for me to be in the African Kingdom? Of course, Taco. We have people of all fucking backgrounds in here. African Knight is just my name, so we call it African Kingdom. Yeah, everybody's welcome. This is a welcoming, diverse group. We got YT women. We got black women. We got Indian women. We got Hispanic women. We got Latino women. We got everybody in here. We got Islamic women. We got everybody in here. I would hope so. My mother is YT. I think you're more than welcome here. My wife is Canadian and Chilean and Peruvian. So we have a very diverse shit. I'm German, Swedish, Native American, and black. So yeah, I think everybody's fucking welcome in here. That's why I'm the African Knight, the high yeller feller. We don't judge by race or biological schmecks here. Character. You want tacos for dinner? It's Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday. We're about character here. Compassion for others. Respect for the fucking Constitution. That's why they call me the Milano Cookie. Matthew K, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're native? Cool, Siren. Yeah, we got everybody in here. You're from Bavaria? Indian Jamaican? There you go. Yeah, we're not a MAGA live, Taco, so everybody's welcome here. We got everything. Asian women, everybody in here. We got a whole community. It's about character, not race. This isn't the far right. And we have Yorkies. Yes, we got dogs in here. We got Yorkies. We got everybody in here. Everything. We got everything in here, even Dr. Fauci. Thank you so much for the coconut cookie. Everything, Dr. Fauci. We even have Dr. Fauci. You got your two dogs in here too? Dr. Fauci. Don't be trying to say you as good as my favorite Milano cookies. Oh, I am. My wife's cookies are better than fucking Milano's, by the way. I was eating Milanos when I was a kid. I don't really eat those anymore because my wife is the master baker. Again, let me say that slowly. My wife is the master baker. Yes. So she is awesome with the cookies. Milano cookie, the light-skinned Milano cookie, the high yeller feller. The high yeller feller. Type Kamala Harris. Yeah, Lizette, I mean, is that the article from the... Yes, we do have the Merkin. That's on Mondays. We sometimes bust them out for practice battles, too. We might do a couple some... Okay, what is it? Okay, so... Okay, I got you. I'm not going to put it up on the screen if I do read from it, because you know how they do me when I start reading articles like this. Five hours ago? Okay, cool. Kamala Harris election result. Trump's victory under scrutiny as lawsuit filed. Yeah, so this basically sums up the Rockland County. I'll read through it, though. What I'm also going to research for the family here is what happens. This would be unprecedented, so I want to know, your adopted mama is YT too? There you go, Mama Cat. Yeah, we are fucking diverse here. 1 day and 5 hours ago? Okay, cool. Yeah, I see it up. I'll read it and see what it says. I'm going to make a video on the Rockland County, too. Look under that page. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, actually. I'll pull it up, except it's got a bunch of fucking ads on it, which I can't stand, but I'll read it. Yeah, this basically says with that news source about the drop-off rates. Yeah. This is awesome. Could the hand recount really change Trump's win? This is my question, too. Like, this is the one that I'm not sure about, because what's going to happen? It wouldn't just be this state, obviously. We've never had this happen. So everybody's all like getting excited. Do I allow Lions fans? Of course, Lamont. Sorry, I'm a Bears fan. Like, we took Ben Johnson from you, so I'm not sorry. Taco, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate you so much. Hold on, I just got the facts on this lady last night, on this lady night. I don't know what does that mean, Reza? I don't know what that means. Thank you for the follow, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lions fans are allowed. So this article actually says what's at the center, and I've explained this before. Could the hand recount really change Trump's win? Not just in Rockland County. Of course it can. Of course it can. In short, no, not at the national level. Even if the court finds that the votes for Kamala Harris were undercounted or missing in Rockland County, the 2024 election has already been certified and Donald Trump is currently serving his second term. However, the hand count could have major implications. This is what I'm saying. Vadi, thank you so much. It might uncover errors or inconsistencies in the vote counting process. If serious enough, it could trigger audits or investigations in other counties and states. It would. But again, how much time would this take is my thing. It may also lead to new legislation around voting machine standards and election transparency. Great. But again, like I said, this has never happened before. And how much time would this take? Even if we find what we think we might find in this lawsuit, how long does it take for other fucking states to follow suit? Yeah, like we know all this shit needs to happen already, right? But what would happen? So that's what I'm looking to really, exactly, Leah, like that's not going to happen in 4 years with the rate of our fucking court system, with the rate that our government works, the snail's pace. That's why I said you're not going to do anything with one Rockland County lawsuit to immediately say, oh, we've changed it. We got to remove the guy in office. It's going to have to be a nationwide thing. And how long would that take? But it's very important still. I totally agree with you, Jess. Like crucial Crucial. Now, is it bullshit that if it is something nationwide, that he's still sitting in office while this is being investigated? Of course it's bullshit. That's why I keep saying I'm mad at the Biden administration for not stopping Elon Musk earlier when they could have. KG Blue, the answer is I don't have an answer for you. She says, so a cheater can do this his whole term? Don't know. Like, are you talking about like for the presidential election? He could get away with it. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying it's a possibility because of the time and the fact that he's already sitting in office. But think about it. We have First Amendment rights too. Could that trigger a revolution? If you could that trigger a revolution? If you start having these lawsuits in state by state and you're all finding similar results, again, the Rockland County said that they've done the statistical analysis and it was consistent across the country, these trends. So could that start a revolution? Could citizens like us, all 300 of us in here in cities across the country, say, fuck this is enough? They did, John, and we talked about it too. Remember in this live, John, we talked about it. Why is no one stopping Elon Musk? We talked about it. Why is Biden's Justice Department not stopping Elon Musk? Why is Biden not stopping Elon Musk? I never understood it. He's openly doing what he was doing in each of the swing states. Like it was so obvious too, right? One vow. Everybody that was here, remember where he had this little contest he was doing? It was in every fucking swing state only. Why do you think that is? Like we knew what he was doing. Like we fucking talked about it. Like as soon as I heard it, I was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. And nobody was stopping him. And we had judges. Well, this isn't technically bribery. Technically it is. Yeah, that technically it absolutely is. One vow, thank you so much for the white rose. This technically isn't it. Yeah, it technically is that. That's exactly what technically it is. So we were disappointed that nothing was stopping him. Exactly, Leah, and that's the frustration, right? But again, let's say that we have all these lawsuits coming up and I'm in a swing state, battleground state, Arizona. Let's say we have it in Florida. Let's say we have it in Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Nevada, and they're all showing the same shit. I think a lot of us would be pretty upset. Don't you? So, who knows? Pennsylvania. Who knows what that could trigger? It's just a time thing. Like how long? I've heard of no other states, no other counties in Pennsylvania, Arizona, Florida. Have you heard anything in these other states? Any counties? Any similar lawsuits? North Carolina. I've heard nothing. Wisconsin, Michigan. They better hurry up and introduce some lawsuits. I just hope they learn their lessons. I'm with you, lefty left. So we'll see what happens. You're in Scottsdale. Cool, Mary. Me too. Welcome to the kingdom. You've been here for a while. Appreciate you. It's hot as shit out here today. 100 plus degrees. Hot as shit. Actually, it's hotter a lot later than it normally is, though, out here. I will say that. It stayed cooler for much longer than it normally does. Usually we have these 105 degree days in May. 105 today here, by the way. That usually starts in May. So I don't know. I don't know what the likely outcome is going to be, but I just think we got to let this case play out, and then kind of we see where we stand, and we go from there. It's 105 degrees, Helen. Yeah, today it was like we woke up, took the dogs out, like it was already like 100 degrees when we woke up. That's that dry 105. No, 105 is fucking hot. It's just hot. Okay, like. Everybody's like, well, it's a dry heat. Yeah, tell that to people that are actually here. No, it's fucking hot. 105 is 105, okay? Yeah, there's no humidity. The shit is hot, okay? When it's 120, shit is hot. It doesn't matter if it's humid or not. Hot is hot. When you can't put your dogs on the concrete because it's 120 in July, that's what we call fucking hot. You be in the fetal position, you get used to it. I'd much rather deal with the hot than the cold, though, so I'm good. 75 here today. That's beautiful, CC. I like heat, so I'm good with heat. So I'm cool with it. All right, let's get to 300,000, folks. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll be back tonight. I'm going to go sub only tonight. You're going to have to bear with me because it's going to be a little different. Because I'm going to bust out the laptop. I'm going to try this TikTok studio thing. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing yet. So I'm going to be reading the chat and shit. But just bear with me while I try to figure it out. And because I really I'm going to start streaming on here, SUB stack and tube of the Y. Okay? Y of the tube. Don't have to shovel sunshine. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate the shares too. Thank you so much. Tap that screen, share it live. We got a couple more of the, what the fuck do we have up here? I don't even know what the fuck this is called. Motherfucker, what the fuck? Where's what the fuck, by the way? We got the time warp. Motherfucker, what the fuck? We need what the fuck in here. Because I like saying his name. Time warp is up there if anybody wants to help out with the time warp. That's the goal. We're going to try to hit like 8 more of those if we can. And yeah, then we'll take a break. Let's get up to 300,000. We'll take a break. We'll be back in like an hour and a half or so after that. Yeah, so we'll do that today. We'll do that today. Shout out, Mary, you're in Scottsdale. Have you ever been to Coconuts? Shout out Coconuts. It's a fish shop. The guy has them, the owner has them in Hawaii, has a couple out here in Scottsdale. Fantastic fish. So we picked up some fish from there for dinner too. So I didn't have to cook tonight. We also went to the fish market. I do cook on my own too. But we've got I got Coach Shauna a mahi taco salad with mango dressing on the side. So it's excellent, which is like she got a piece of blackened mahi. They put it over a salad. The salad's amazing. It's fucking good. What's up, Pamela? What's going on? I am the African Knight. I am not Mike. I'm the African Knight, a.k.a. the High Yeller Feller, a.k.a. the Milano Cookie, a.k.a. the Pepperidge Farm, a.k.a. the High Yeller Feller. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to Danielle, of course. Yeah, it's very delish. And then so I got fish and chips. I ate that for lunch. I got 2 things. And then I got a mahi chicken sandwich for dinner. Yeah. Thank you, Rob. I try to make this different. If you are new here, yeah, we do have like a little bit of a different live. We don't do the typical political debates. It's more current events, conversation, dialogue, engagement. We'll run contests, battle contests for trips and shit. So we're currently in one of those, but that's not often. We do that like once a week. We'll do some practice ones throughout the week. But we have conversations. We support one another. We give real sources, real facts, real data. By the way, we've got the inflation report coming out tomorrow, so I will be going over that. So when MAGAs try to tell you, taquitos try to say, inflation is down, we'll show them, no, the fuck it's not. It's back up again. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate that too. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. The support you give the Milano Cookie, it's unprecedented. It's unbelievable. It's so nice. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels like my merkin in the windmill. So good. So good. Potato crusted cod for dinner sounds good to me, Taco. I like all fish, except I don't eat sushi. That's the only thing. It's just a texture thing to me. I can't eat cold fish. Thank you, John. So it's got to be cooked for me. So I can do the Vegas roll, which is like cooked eel. I can do all the cooked shit. I can do the California roll because it's like fake lobster. But I can't do like the red tail, yellow tail, all that kind of shit. My merkin in the windmill, exactly, Helen. It's like my merkin in the wind. It's so nice. It feels. Some people would say it feels good. It feels good. Raven, thank you for the heart me. Get your heart me's in. We're almost up to 600 fucking heart me's. You know how awesome that is? That's amazing. That would be the highest number of heart me's. Also, when we go sub only tonight, fucking subscribe, okay? Because I don't have time to be messing around with MAGAs tonight while I'm trying to figure it out. Thank you, Shelly. Caliph Girl, thank you so much for the heart me. Crafty, thank you so much for the heart me. Appreciate you. We got what? 9 more time warps if anybody wants to help out on like a couple time warps just so we can get at least like halfway there to get us pushed out. Cool. Spider, thank you so much for the heart me. If not, all good. We'll be back tonight. We might run a couple practice while I'm fucking around with the chat. What's up, Bones? Taco, thank you so much for the heart me. Viraj, thank you for the heart me. What's up, Bonesy? Come here, Bones. Come here, bud. Come here. Come say hi. Bones is in the building with me. He's in the office. Thank you, John A, for the time warp. Say hi, Bonesy. Hey, bud. This is one of our guys. This is Bones. What's up, bud? He's wearing the Oilers scarf. So, yeah, we're dog friendly here, too. What's up, Bones? You hanging out? You chilling? You chilling? Oh, yeah. You standing up? Good boy. What's up, Mine? Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I don't know where the other one is. Yeah, he's got his Oilers bandana. Did not a good game last night. Thank you, John. Drop that John A sticker in the chat. He threw the time warp. Win, John. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. John was in here through a fucking gorilla last night. Helen, we won our battle last night. I know it was late. I think the next one's earlier. So we won our one last night pretty easily. Just got to keep the win streak going. Tough game for us last night, Bones, huh? Tough game. Yeah, tough game. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, yeah, it was a tough game. Oh, I know. Yeah, it was tough. So this is Bones. He's a good boy. Thank you, Debs. Oh, yeah, good boy. Oh, yeah, that's my boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Thank you, user. Yeah, these dogs are like our children. You know how that is if you're a dog. If you're a dog owner, you know how it is. All right, let's put you down. All right, go ahead, buddy. He's awesome. Yeah, he always comes and keeps the High Yeller Feller company. He's fucking great. He's great. You love Bones? Me too, Debs. He's awesome. Shauna's good. So she had a good appointment. Everybody that's asking, Shauna had a deviated septum. She got in a bad car accident long time ago. And well, I would just say she got in a car accident. Fuck, I don't know when. Let's just say many years ago. And she broke her nose, broke her ribs, broke bones in her foot, broke her back, fucked up her neck. And so she had a deviated septum and couldn't breathe out of one nostril for many years. So she finally had it fixed. And she had that surgery about a week ago. Yeah. So she wasn't supposed to live, by the way. She wasn't supposed to walk again. And she's 5'0", little petite thing. And she fought and said, no, I'm going to work again. Now she's like I'm going to walk again. She's a workout warrior. And basically beat all the odds. She wasn't even supposed to live. And so she hasn't been able to breathe out of one nostril for many years. Okay. Car drove through protest in Chicago. Not a surprise. So she not only beat the odds in living, she beat the odds in that she wasn't supposed to walk again. And now she's like a walking miracle, right? So she works out every day, normally, but now she had this operation, so you can't work out for another week or two. She can go 50%, I think, in a week. So she finally got it fixed. And so, she got the bandage off today. She's just got a whole tape on it right now, but she's already breathing better. She got pretty emotional, but she could breathe out of both nostrils right after the operation. And she's awesome. So that's why you haven't seen her on camera. She's just been recovering, and I've been taking care of her. And we had the checkup today. Everything's going great. Everything looks perfect. She's happy. I'm happy. Now it's just getting the swelling down, letting everything in the nose settle. And we have another follow-up in 4 weeks. But over the next 2 weeks, the swelling should start coming down. They actually told her it could take 3 months for all the swelling to go down in her nose. So we're looking at September. But I think the swelling, it's already gone down. But I think it will continue to go down over the next few weeks. Thank you, Kelvin. But yeah, so she's very happy. Yeah, and the surgeon, we did our research. He went to the same college as me. I didn't know that. We were in his office today, and I saw his degree. And I was like, bear the fuck down. I didn't meet him today, but he went to the University of Arizona too. So very cool. She is, Kirsten. Yeah, and she's an awesome woman. That's my queen. So obviously happy. I will, Mai. And you'll see her soon enough, probably after 2 weeks, she'll be back on. But everybody that's been checking in on her, thanks. It means a lot. She loves this community too. Many of you are in her community as well, so thank you. Go Wildcats is right, Mary. We're doing some things. We're gonna do the gold citizenship card in about 2 weeks, and it's all computer. It's all computer. Look at this Tesla today. Get your all new Teslas. They're all computer. Look at this. Now I hate Elon. Never buy a Tesla. Matter of fact, no more subsidies for Tesla. No more computers. Thank you, Debs. I appreciate that. Han, thank you so much for the heart me. I'll bust out the Merkin tonight, too, while I'm fucking around with this thing. Yeah, we'll get this thing figured out, though. We'll get it figured out today. I'll probably be in this office again tonight because I got to try to figure this thing out. And then I'm going to be streaming across 3 different platforms at once so we can kind of expand this kingdom. Yeah, because even though they've been protecting me pretty well on this app, it's just always with people, these unhinged taquitos reporting you and shit and violation here. And I haven't had one probably in 2 weeks, but I just get tired of it. Yeah. So if that happens to happen and we're on other platforms, then we're then we're good. We're protected. I have a little extra layer of protection because we're live pro now, which they actually tend to. I have a couple agents in the back rooms. Let's just put it that way at TikTok. So we kind of have advantages that other political lives don't have, fortunately, and that's why I thank this community and kingdom. Did they ban Aaron Parnas' personal account? Of course they did. Isla, thank you for coming in, Isla. That doesn't even fucking surprise me, right? And Aaron Parnas, like, he's crazy. He doesn't do what I do because I do like longer videos. Like, Aaron Parnas is cool because he is putting out videos like every fucking 20 minutes. I'm like, bro, he's like, breaking news. Fucking somebody cussed out Trump today. Somebody cussed out Quad D. Breaking news. Breaking news. There's another person that cussed out Dirty Dingaling Dementia Donnie like every 20 minutes. Like he's he is hitting some nerves. Oh, Wags for sure. Like he has so many videos. Like I like Aaron Parnas too. He's just like more of a me, you know, I'm like a conversationalist and I do longer videos. He's like a news source. Like he's like, you know, Aaron Parnas is like his personal like ABC news. Like Aaron Parnas is like his should be it should be APN, Aaron Parnas News. That's what his shit should be. So he's like a news guy. Yeah. So I give him credit because he's putting out videos every fucking 20 minutes, you know? He drives the taquitos crazy. Yeah, he does. Breaking news. We still think Trump's an asshole. Breaking news. I love when he does that. Breaking news. We hate Trump. Breaking news. He should just put out he should start putting out videos that say that. Breaking news. Trump's still an asshole. Breaking news. I would love that. I should start doing that. Y'all seem to like the Days of Our Lives video I put out, so I need to put some more silly ones like that. But no, Aaron Parnas is legit. Yeah, he's like a news source. Obama, thank you so much for the roses. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get a couple more. Are we at 300,000 yet? That's all I'm waiting for at this point. Let's just hit 300,000. Then I'm going to take a break. Then I'll be back in like an hour and a half. Oh yeah, fucking OKC is starting soon, huh? I'm going to have the YTube TV up while we do our live so I can make sure that I watch OKC Indy. John, I know you're rooting for Indy. That starts in about, what, 35 minutes? I did. Yeah, Con. I saw that. Yeah, Mike Johnson said Gavin Newsom should be tarred and feathered. I don't know what that kind of fucking threat was. Do you think that could be viewed as a security threat, like a physical threat against Gavin Newsom? I swear TikTok isn't pushing your videos to me. I'm sure. Yeah. If you are in here and 250 people in here, make sure you go look at my videos and just like them. Just view them. I don't even need you to fucking like it. I like if you like it, but view it. I think it's a threat. Yeah. Are we at 300,000? Amazing. Thank you, everybody. I think it's a threat, but go check out my videos, view them. All right, everybody. I'm going to thank everybody. Are we at 300,000? I can't even see it yet. Well, it just shows live pro up there, so I can't even see the number of fucking... Hold on, let me see real quick. Maybe I can see the number of likes. Can I? No, I can't see the number of likes on this. Okay, let's see. Yep, 302,000. Amazing. All right, everybody. I'm going to take my break. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go check on Coach Shauna. Everybody that was in here, Helen, we love you, appreciate you. Marissa, John A., we'll see you tonight, okay? John, you got gloves left, right? You got like 2 gloves? If those things expire, John, just throw them in a practice battle, okay? We might as well try to get a high score. Patty, thank you so much. John, Shannon, Loving Critters, Kirsten, y'all are fucking awesome. Sandra, Cookie, Rose, Simple Life, Danielle, Mass Appeal. Love y'all, everybody. I appreciate you. I will be back, I'm going to say at like 6:30 Arizona time. Bear with me. I'm going to start it up. I'll probably make it sub only once I start it up, once we get to like 25,000 likes. Just because I'm not going to be dealing with taquitos while I'm trying to figure out TikTok Studio. So they can go get some seasoning or something and kick rocks. They won't be in here. So you can still listen if it's a sub-only chat. You just can't type in the chat. So then go ahead and sub if you want to get in the chat. But I appreciate y'all. I love you. I could not do this without you. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful every fucking day that you come and kick it with me and come to me for news and perspective and details. I do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. I know you could be anywhere and you choose to be with me. So I appreciate you so much. I thank you for the gifts, the shares, the likes, the listens, the subscriptions, the taps. It all means a lot to me. So thank you so much. We'll keep rocking out and fighting against this authoritarian regime using facts, statistics, perspective, data, sources. Stormy, love you. Sandy, love you. So I'll see you in an hour and a half. Deal? Love y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. See you in a bit, okay? Love y'all. Deuce. Thank you, Siren.